You are gathered here before me today to start a little experiment with this Dyson DC14. An experiment that is very silly, an experiment that has no real place to be, but an experiment nonetheless. So before we start the aforementioned experiment, we need to see if this thing actually works. So we can obviously see if it still works after the experiment. What experiment, I hear you shout in anger? Well, let me explain. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? Yes, my dad dropped it off to me yesterday. We went to a concert last night, and my stepbrother, bless him, found this somewhere. And he's had it for a while, I think, because that is probably a footprint from his shoe, as is one there. So this has been rolling around in the back of his Sprinter for quite some time. But it seems very clean, very clean, very tidy. There's not any real damage at all around the tops of the cones. The side isn't gouged out as it's been rammed down the side of furniture. It's even the stickers on the bin are very good. Let's continue on. Let's have a quick first look first. We'll do that. It is a little bit wet. We'll elaborate on that later. Oh, I'm nuts at this either. So we'll open the wand. And the hose, although filthy, isn't torn. So that's good. The hose is decent, although it's not fitted to the machine. But yeah, that's, it is a wash, but they all do. They all do indeed. Let's click that back in properly. Obviously the hose isn't fantastic because it's very cold. I've only brought it in just for this video. End of the wand is very clean. Not worn at all. And it's even got its wand end cap, which is fantastic. There's no small tools, which is understandable. They're very cheap indeed. It is a bit full, but that's easily sorted. There we are. It's been used for DIY, as you can see. Have a look at the filter, which, although it is a bit wet, is actually a genuine Dyson filter. It's in excellent condition. In fact, I would say that is very clean. If you own a Dyson and you check your filter and it looks like that, don't worry about it. Have a look the next month. Now, obviously, we do not know why this is not sat in its owner's house. No, it's stolen, but it's been thrown out for some reason. Cannot smell any burning at all, although the new damp patch on my leg means that we should probably have a look underneath at this Dyson. And it's a similar story underneath. It's very clean indeed. These have a terrible habit of wearing their base plate flat, but through in some cases, and this hasn't. The brush roll isn't genuine, I don't think, because it has black bristles. But it seems to be attached to the motor via some sort of rubber medium. The internal hose is absolutely spot on. Nothing blocked up in there. DC14. Yeah. So, let's see if it runs. You might think that sounded flipping awful, but experience tells me that that brush roll is indeed very much not a genuine brush roll. And it's a pain. One of the things I moan about the most, because it's the only pattern part That's Qualtex, Maddox, Euros, anyone on eBay, they all come from roughly the same source, is they crack. I'm wondering if this has cracked, because that sounds terrible. It's not cracked. Well, that's rubbish. It has got a genuine Dyson belt. Oh, I thought it'd be a cracked brush rod. The pattern one's cracked. That's very strange. See if we've got a genuine Dyson belt. Let's take that off and just run the motor. And I might have just been an idiot. Well, it just spat out a load of water, but, you know, it runs absolutely fine. Anyway, okay, so there isn't anything wrong with the brush roll. Maybe there's a dicky bearing at worst. You have to ignore me on that one. It didn't sound fantastic, but then it ran, it groomed, it cleaned. It is quite wet. And the reason it's quite wet is that when Dad came, we went off quite quickly afterwards and drove into London, and it rained while we were in our concert, and obviously we came back and he went, oh, that Dyson's all wet, what are you going to do? And I was like, I'll be alright, because it's going to be, ow, I hate fitting belts to these sodding things. It's going to be cleaned, it's going to be refurbished, so it doesn't matter if it gets wet, because I shall fix that. That got me thinking, so obviously you don't, this ran then, how far could you go with that? And I thought to myself, it is now the 13th of December, 14th even so. Why don't I leave this in the garden 4 months, and in April we shall see if it still runs. We might have to take the motor apart to check it's not knackered before we just turn it on. I was fairly confident it would run. Anyway, and we'll see if we can get it going. See what the belt's like, see what the casing's like, see what the paint's like, see what the hose is like, see what the cable's like. We shall see. It'll need a full refurb if we can get it working. That's fine. But we'll see if it still runs and what work it needs, if it needs any, to get it running. There we go. That is my experiment with this poor, unfortunate Dyson DC14. I'm going to go and tell the neighbours my plan as well, just so they don't think I've gone completely stupid by having this sat outside the shed for the next 4 months. So, stay tuned. I'm going to put this video out very close to when I'm filming this, so it will probably be a Sunday video, because I don't have any room in the schedule. Otherwise it will be in March. This video will come out. So, yes, until April then for this little experiment / project, I will see you soon. Bye bye.